Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, and in the first video for 2K20 we're talking about an animal and about how to kill it. And the animal is called the earworm, or like as we say in Germany, der Ohrwurm. A very sneaky little critter, and of course we're talking about like a literal earworm or worm, depending on where you are. And usually in Germany that animal is defined as a song that completely out of context usually creeps up your eardrums or like into your ears and or into your brain and stays there for a long time, like with a catchy little melody or with a not so catchy melody, but it's like literally a song you cannot forget, and it's like spins around in your head all the time. And usually it is like something completely out of your musical comfort zone about or like out of your like musical context or whatever, like for example someone listening to jazz all the time and then Madonna is popping up or Britney Spears or whatever because he's heard it on the radio or like on TV or like in an advert or whatever. So this is what an ohrwurm is, like an earworm. And for me, I have had several of these, and I only have one method to get rid of them or kill them actually, which is like buying the record. So that's my only solution. So as soon as a track like this is coming up in my brain for whatever reason, and I have like had this kind of like tracks or earworms like popping up from the pop spectrum, from the metal spectrum, from the singer-songwriter spectrum, not so much from the techno and drum and bass spectrum, because there are not many tracks with like distinct catchy melodies. But as soon as those pop up in my brain, it's like, okay, fuck, I gotta find me this record, otherwise I will never ever forget this, and this will like be like in my brain rotating all the time, and I will be like totally not devastated by but annoyed by this for weeks. So actually songs that do haunt me, and it's like I wake up sometimes with this kind of songs, and I wonder why or where these earworms or these songs are coming from, because usually I don't listen to pop radio, I don't watch TV, I don't even have a television set and stuff. I'm not very exposed to advertisements and stuff in terms of apart from YouTube, but sometimes those tracks appear, and I will go and like through like secondhand record stores and stuff to try to find me these, because I'm not about like making it the easy way and like or finding the easy way out and like going on Discogs and ordering them, because this feels like cheating actually, and will not be that satisfying. So I'm afraid those earworms will not disappear and not be killed and dead after I ordered them online. So let me show you 3 records that went or like found the way to my collection in this regard, in this manner. So it started out as an earworm, and then like after having bought those, of course I listened to them, but not that regularly. It was mainly I listened to that one track that has been on my mind all the time, like for a few times, and then this kind of like loop, this annoying earworm like goes away. The first one I'm going to show you might be a little surprising for you. Warlock, Doro, metal, or like hard rock or whatever you will call this. Definitely not the stuff I'm listening to, as you might know from like following my channel all the time. And I don't know if this kind of cover will get me like, I don't know, flagged on YouTube because titties and all that stuff. And the one track, there's like an inner sleeve and stuff. And the one track that haunted me for sure is like the biggest anthem on this album, Triumphant Agony, which is on the Vertigo label and belonged to someone called Stoffel back in the days, is actually the last song on the B-side, which is maybe Doro's or Warlock's biggest hit in some regard, at least in Germany. And it's called Für immer, like one of the rare German songs the band has ever performed, I guess. And it's like a song about love, about friendship and stuff, with a very seductive like chorus, and I had this, I don't know why or when. I knew about the song for sure, that I'm certain of, but at one point I was like, oh fuck, I need this. And it's a good song. It's like a proper ballad and stuff, and very emotional, and it touches me in some regards, but definitely nothing I would like listen to all the time. And of course, there's other things here like Metal Tango and All We Are is like a big hit by the band, but and I was looking for this. It took me like, I don't know, 2 months or so to find this because I went to several secondhand record stores in Hamburg, and I guess we all, like we people in a record store, we know each other kind of, because I work in the record store. Those people, and they were like, you're looking for Warlock, what is wrong with you and stuff, and I was like, hey, I gotta have this. It's like stuck in my brain and stuff, and it haunts me. And yeah, finally I found it, listened to it on a regular, like to this specific song, a few times, or for like a week or so, like once a day or something like that, and then the earworm was killed and dead. So success, not a treasure, but yeah, a song that will never haunt me again. And if it does, I have it, so I can like yeah, kill it again, or like just listen to the song again. And this is one thing that happened. Another one, very unusual, from the like East German GDR, German Democratic Republic side of things, from 1997. Bettina Wegner. This is a political singer-songwriter that was like tolerated in this like communist socialist system. The album is called Sind so kleine Hände. There is so little hands, and this is the back, actually released on CBS, which does mean this was like licensed to West Germany, which was not, and also to other companies, Western companies, which was not usual in the system of the GDR. Actually, here is like song lyrics and stuff, a lot of them, and here is like also an interview with the artist, which is very interesting kind of, because usually you don't find this in records. And the actual song that haunted me has this kind of like chorus, Sind so kleine Hände, and it is like a song about how to handle and treat children actually. And yeah, well, you cannot abuse them, you cannot like hit them, hurt them and stuff, and because they are like the purest personalities and the most truthful beings and stuff. And we, like as adults, are, yeah, I have like evolved, I have like changed and stuff, and we are not so pure anymore, and we have to like protect our children and treat them good and stuff. And I had this as an earworm like long time ago, so like really long time ago, and this is like which is special, also like a live concert. So the sound quality on this is questionable, kind of, because there's passages where Bettina Wegner just talks to the audience, or it's like too much or too far from the microphone. So microphones back in the late 70s weren't that great, so this microphone didn't pick up the sound properly. Sometimes it's very loud, so the dynamic range is very like huge. And I had this as an earworm, like, I don't know, in 2007, I guess, because my girlfriend at the time was like what you would call petite, kind of, very tiny, fragile, like a lot shorter than me, and she had actually a very small and like, I don't know, not brittle, but very fragile hands and stuff, and she was tiny overall. And the main chorus of that song, Kinder, is Sind so kleine Hände, which translates to like those hands are so small, or these hands are so small. So this I don't know, when we started dating, actually this came up in my mind, and I had no idea that I don't know when I listened to that song for the last time. Before that, it was like Maybe heard it on the radio in the 80s when I was like a child or something like that. I don't know where this came up, but I knew about the song. And this was stuck in my brain because of this girl. And at the time, it turned out that this album, or like any album containing this song, seemed to be like impossible to find. So what I did is like I strolled around on like flea markets, street sales and stuff, on what we have like in Germany, Straßenfeste, where a whole street is like celebrating, and there's music and people sell their stuff for cheap, the secondhand stuff, and sometimes people are there like a garage sale, but like the whole street has a garage sale and stuff. With a box of records, I checked this, couldn't find the record, and went again to every secondhand store, couldn't find the record, and this went on for like, I don't know, 6 months or 8 months, and then finally I had this. Listened to this once actually, and yesterday once again. So and then the earworm was dead and killed and stuff. So Bettina Wegner sind so kleine Hände, German singer-songwriter stuff, political singer-songwriter stuff from the East German side of things. An interesting earworm to have when you're like into like techno and electronic music, and but emotions and girls and stuff. Well, here we go. This is a cover. And the final one is like it's not a guilty pleasure actually, because I like the band, but a few months ago I went down like an 80s music video route on YouTube for some reason, and I was going deeper and deeper, and I was like digging a lot of like the Bangles videos, because I was familiar with like Eternal Flame, of course, because this was like the advertisement song for the Opel company for, in, I don't know, the late 80s in Germany for a while. So this was like a big hit, and but I didn't know much about the band because I was always into like electronic music and didn't follow the pop route very much. And I was like, oh, this is by the Bangles. This is by the Bangles. This song is also by the Bangles. I'm impressed. So they had like a wide variety and stuff. But then I discovered this. Presumably the last single the band recorded together, kind of, and a single that, according to some interviews, is the Bangles like they should have sounded all the time, like according to one of the or two of the members, I guess. And Hazy Shade of Winter. Damn, this song is stuck in my head still, but it's on Def Jam, surprisingly, which is for me more like a hip-hop label, but still on there with some interesting versions actually. And the most interesting version is the Hazy Shade of Winter Shady Haze version, hidden on the B2 position, because what this is actually the 7-inch version of Hazy Shade of Winter, completely backwards, just reel to reel backwards. I don't know how they came up with the idea, but this is just a complete song with like backward sounds, reverse sounds, and it's still remarkably recognizable, this song. And also the A1 track, the Purple Haze remix, has some like pretty interesting sound effects in there, and it was a record that belonged once to a guy called Horst Ehrenpreis, actually, as you can see here, because there's this little like, I don't know, mark on there. And also I guess it's yeah, it's even like a sticker on here with a full address here, so I won't reveal this, but these are those address stickers that were pretty much popular in the 80s, late 80s. So yeah, the Bangles, also like something out of my musical comfort zone, kind of. But damn, that's a hell of a track. So yep, I got me this. It was very easy to find, surprisingly. I went to 2 record stores. The first didn't have this, the second one had this, and I was like, okay, I just checked if the quality of the record was good, like in terms of like surface noise and stuff, and then bought it immediately because damn, this is a good track. And this I will play at some point in DJ set. I don't know how and when, but for sure this will end up in my DJ box. at some point. And this is yeah, my story about earworms. And as I said, the only way to kill them is like buy the record, hunt this down, and sometimes it's like more like a hunter-gatherer thing, like very primordial instincts for me. So okay, I need to have this, and I will go like to places to find the record, but I won't go on the internet to find a record because I don't know, online shopping is not that fun. It's more like the digging expect less counts. So this is my little video for today. Next one might be a little different because I'm gonna go to the studio once again with Sascha Müller. Maybe we're gonna produce a new Combat Dubs record over the weekend. So this is what is planned, and if you liked all that stuff I was telling you about, like leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, you know the score, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.